We are back. Thank you for tuning in to Sundays at the Square. I'm your host, Tony Ringgold, and I have Miss
Mariah Ingram.
She is my lovely co-host and my mentee. You'll be hearing more from her and seeing more of her because she is so dope. She has some things coming up. I'm super excited for her. Now, one of the things that we wanted to what we're doing today is we're doing the community roundup. If you're just tuned in, make sure that you go on myb106.com. Again, that's myb106.com, where you can hear about all of our interviews. You can hear past shows, and you can hear this one as well. But we're doing a community roundup today, and we're just having an open discussion, talking about different events as they come up. One of the events that I definitely want to talk about is from my friend, Miss Clarissa Trevino. She is an amazing person. She was just featured on the news last night, actually. And one of the things that she's doing with her foundation project, Spread a Little Love, it's to help the homeless of Killeen. She's asking for donations such as lotions, lip gloss, chapstick, toothbrushes, toothpaste, basically all your toiletries, socks, blankets, drawstring bags or backpacks, sleeping bags, flip-flops. One of the biggest things that I really want to say is the feminine care products. That's really, really, really needed. Because it's one thing to not have a place to stay. It's another thing for a woman to have to go through her, monthly situation and not even have anything to take care of herself.
That. I couldn't imagine.
Right.
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, and they have the HARP program within KISD. There are a lot of high school students, middle school, and elementary school students who are homeless. You would not know it.
I don't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and there are hundreds actually that don't have a place to stay. Yeah. And homelessness within the school district can be just as simple as you don't have a place to stay. You may be sleeping on somebody's couch. It could be that you're living out of a hotel. It could be that you're living on the street. Like, there are different definitions of homelessness, but it's definitely very prevalent in this area. And hopefully they can figure out what's going on with Friends in Crisis so we can get that place open back up soon. Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm going to give you this one here.
So coming up, there's the second annual PTSD Awareness Walk, 5K walk to promote PTSD awareness. This is Saturday, June 22nd, 2019, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. There will be raffles at 9:30, but the registration is from 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m., and they begin walking at 8 a.m. So make sure you go, you get registered. There'll be prizes, there'll be other people, and just to simply raise awareness for the PTSD and the soldiers in for it.
I love it. I love it. So for more information, well, it just says register on Eventbrite. Okay. Well,
maybe the address.
Yeah. Oh, Killeen Community Event Center. It's going to be, you guys know where that is, off of Veterans Memorial, 2201 East Veterans Memorial Drive. Again, that is going to be on Saturday,
June 22nd, 2019, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Awesome. All right, we're going to keep it right on moving. This is a good one. And I like this one because this is actually what I'm doing right now, except I'm not doing it virtually.
This is real life.
This is real life, right? One of my really, really good friends, Miss Danielle Ryder, she has Let's Dream Big Academy, and she's doing a virtual mentoring. It's Dream Girls 8.0. Become a mentor or find a mentor. For more information, visit www.letsdreamgirls.org or email admin@letsdreamgirls.org. Her goal is to connect 100 girls ages 11 through 19 with 100 dynamic female mentors ages 25 and up by December 2020. And what I love about what she's doing, she's actually getting ready to create an app. So say, for example, like I was mentoring you, right? Yeah. And say we might not have been able to be like right next to each other like right now. Mm-hmm. I might be able to talk to you from the app and be like, hey, did you get this done? Or this or that? Whatever.
That is so smart. Ain't it? That's amazing.
Think she's so innovative. Isn't that innovative?
Her mind is just ahead. Mm-hmm.
So shout out to Miss Danielle Ryder. Again, if you want to be mentored, or if you want your daughter to be mentored, or if you want to become a mentor. Now, mentors, they're looking for women 25 and up. You must pass a background check. Mentees are from 11 to 19, and it's a free program with a mentor matching database. That is so awesome. Yes.
Very.
I know.
Like,
I think it's awesome. I just love this Danielle. She's so innovative. Her thinking is just so out the box. So
put it to good use too.
yes.
It's
So
very
shout
necessary.
out. Shout out. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we are going to kind of segue into a little conversation that I wanted to have. So I know a lot of people have heard about this series on Netflix called, I believe it's When They See Us.
When They See Us.
When They See Us.
Yeah.
So when I first listened, I started watching it by myself first, and I couldn't get through the first episode. It was terrible. Central Park 5. If you guys don't know the story, I'm going to paraphrase. In 1989, there was a lady that was raped in Central Park. There were thousands of rapes going on, and they basically wanted to pin it on someone. So they coerced, they beat, and they ultimately framed and wrongfully convicted 5 young black boys for a rape that they never committed. And this the story is done by Miss Ava, and I can never say her last name, so I'm not gonna.
Ava DuVernay.
There we go.
There we
See,
go.
Hey, my help is here today. My help is here. Say it again, Ava.
Ava DuVernay.
DuVernay. Okay, yes. She did she directed it, and it's tough.
Did an amazing job.
She did.
Well.
She really did an amazing job. Come get in this camera, because you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my listeners, but we're also live on Facebook. Shout out to our live Facebook viewers. But she did an amazing job, but it was very, very tough to watch for me. There's a particular part where I cut it off the first time, is when the father started screaming at his son and throwing chairs to try to get his son to lie about something that he did not do. That part killed me. It hurt me in so many different ways, because as a mom, like, I would never tell my kids to lie. And I would never, let fear, you could just tell that he was so fearful of the police because of his past, that he made his son do something that, like, he should have never done.
No.
And so I couldn't, I had to turn it off. But then I talked to a friend, and he was like, listen, you and your oldest son, y'all need to sit down and watch this together. And so it was actually your dad told me that. He was like, y'all need to sit down and you need to watch it.
We sat down and watched it together.
Yeah, it was tough. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to get your feedback on how it made you feel when you watched it. What was going through your mind?
Initially, I feel like I was at a loss for words, more so, because those are kids my age. That
Right.
could have easily been my friends.
Exactly.
Going into something so, like, adult, like, something that they didn't do, something
Right.
that could have easily been avoided because of the color of their skin.
Yeah.
They were put in that situation, and they had to deal with it. And especially because they were so young, they just wanted to go home. They stayed at their peace, but it didn't work out. The system was built against them, which led to an even harder road for those boys. And
Yeah.
it was hard to watch.
It was hard to watch. What did you take from it as a learning experience that you can apply to your life?
How easy it is. It is so easy to be put in a situation like that where it looks as though you've done something wrong, and based off the color of your skin,
Perception.
who you hang out with, like, it's so easy to just fall into something like that. And how we watched them boys go through something so crazy, and how they didn't do it, and they said that the whole time, and nobody believed them, and they still ended up there.
And it's not even so much that they didn't believe them. It was that they didn't care.
They didn't care to listen to them.
They didn't care. They just wanted somebody to go down for it. Those, especially the cops that were in the room that coerced the kids. I mean, they were beating those kids. And I mean, they were getting those kids to sign away their rights. It was terrible.
Too.
These were babies. There was one part, and I'm only on the second episode, y'all, because I got literally, like, I watched like 10 minutes, and I'm like, okay. Because it hits home for me. It really does. It hits home for me in a very personal way. So I had to take it in dosages, or take it in doses. But I will tell you that even Ava said it herself. She was like, watch it at your own pace. Like, don't feel like you got to finish the whole series right then and there. Like, watch it at your own pace. So me personally, I'm watching it at my own pace. Now my son is further along than I am. He's further along than I am. He's just mad. My 12-year-old. He's just angry about it, and he's upset.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, he's taking it like a G. Me, on the other hand, I'm crying because as a mom, I can't even imagine. Like, but it makes you wanna do right, don't it?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it makes you want to never be in those types of situations. And one thing, like, I've reiterated to my kids, like, I don't care what happens. I don't care. You do not talk to the police before you don't talk to them, period. You call me and you keep your mouth shut.
Mm-hmm.
Let me come in and be the parent. Because that's really what, to me, that was one of the things that just really, really, like, it did something to me.
Mm-hmm. You gotta finish it.
Yeah.
You gotta finish it. Like,
I'm gonna finish it.
It's so good.
Is it?
It's so good.
Okay, I'll finish it. I'll finish it.
It's like a... like,
okay, you release.
You gather your mental again. And
but you know what I also think about too? Like, even though they have a happy ending and they were exonerated and everything,
it should have never happened.
It should have never happened. And there are so many other people that are sitting right now on death row. They're sitting there serving sentences that they should never have served. They are wrongfully convicted, and they don't ever get that chance.
Yeah.
So it's really tough. It's tough.
Like a 1 in a million type thing.
Yeah, like real talk. And so it's tough to watch, but I will tell you that it's something that needs to be talked about. Another thing that really tripped me out was how much Trump had so much to say, like, in the first and second episode. I was like, oh my gosh. And here it is 30 years later, because that happened in 89. Here it is 30 years later. He's our president. I was just like, oh, wow. That speaks volumes to me.
Very
did you?
much
I don't
so.
know. Did you catch that? Did you pay
I
attention?
caught it.
Yeah.
I looked at my dad and I was just like...
Yeah, like that speaks volumes to me.
Yeah.
We are not as far as we think we are. So listen, guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in to Sundays at the Square. That is the end of our show. We had a wonderful, wonderful time today, and I want to let my co-host introduce herself one more time.
I am Mariah Ingram.
Yes, and she is 16 years old and so articulate and well-versed. And she will be coming back because she's going to be a radio host one day. And we have to start now because she's going to be the bomb.com. That's right.
I'm going to hear this voice a lot.
That's right. I love it. I love it. Well, guys, thank you. Thank you again for tuning in to Sundays at the Square. I'm your host, Tony Ringgold. You can find this show and other shows on myb106.com. Also, make sure you follow me on Facebook, TONIRINGGOLD. You can find me on Instagram at Tony Ringgold Music as well. Again, thank you for tuning in. And always, always, always remember, there's enough sun for everyone to shine. Be blessed.